If you're not measuring, you're not managing. Heard that saying before? Well, it's the same case with Agile program management metrics, also for Scrum Masters. If you do not have metrics for your team, it's like going to somewhere, an event without a compass, without a map. You're kind of going in the dark. And so really important that you start measuring, and there's metrics in both different operating models. Today we're going to talk about Scrum and Kanban today, so we can making sure we bring your compass with your team in your journey.
Imagine you're driving a car in the dark. Without headlights, you'd feel lost, right? That's where Scrum metrics come into play in project management. These are specific data points that teams track to bolster efficiency and effectiveness. They're headlights illuminating the road of decision-making, setting target goals, and paving the way for improvement plans. But it's crucial to remember they're not the entire route. While they bring visibility to team effectiveness, they can't alone measure customer value or confirm if the team delivered the correct thing. Just as headlights guide a car, Scrum metrics guide a project team towards success. Now that we understand what Scrum metrics are, it's time to delve into their various types. Let's kick off with sprint planning. This crucial stage involves teams dissecting story descriptions into meticulous tasks, forecasting the work to be completed within a sprint. It's akin to charting a route on your phone or GPS before embarking on a road trip, confirming everyone comprehends the road ahead. Up next, we have sprint goals. These foster unity and establish priorities for the team. They can be envisioned as the GPS system keeping everyone synchronized and zeroed in on the same target. It's not solely about toiling hard, but also about working intelligently towards a collective vision. Following this, we have two intimately linked metrics: velocity and capacity. Velocity quantifies the volume of work a team can complete in a set sprint. It's like your car's speedometer, displaying how swiftly you're advancing. Conversely, capacity entails how much work a team can undertake in a sprint. It's your car's fuel gauge, showing how much more your team can handle before requiring a refuel. These metrics are not independent entities. They interconnect and interact, much like the components on a car's dashboard. Each one offers a distinctive piece of information, aiding to steer the project's trajectory. Collectively, they direct the team towards the correct route, ensuring a seamless and efficient journey to the finish line. Every metric fulfills a unique role, like different tools on a car's dashboard, guiding the team in the right direction. So we've cruised through the highway of Scrum metrics, but what's the takeaway? Let's park our car and reflect for a moment. Scrum metrics are essential navigational tools, helping teams improve efficiency and effectiveness. They provide concrete data points that inform decision-making, set target goals, and establish improvement plans. But remember, these metrics aren't just numbers, they're the heartbeat of your project. We've discussed various types of Scrum metrics, each with its unique role. Sprint planning breaks down story descriptions into detailed tasks and estimates the work to be produced during a sprint. Sprint goals provide cohesion and set priorities. Velocity and capacity, on the other hand, help determine how much work a team can commit to in a sprint. However, it's crucial to understand that these metrics don't operate in isolation. They interact, influence, and inform each other, creating a holistic picture of your project's health. But the journey doesn't end here. It's essential to be intentional about the types of work taken on during a sprint and to consider metrics outside of Scrum when measuring your team's performance. Remember, Scrum metrics are your headlights on the dark road of project management, guiding you towards success.
I want to thank everybody for making it this far in the video. Remember, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like this video. Continues more content going forward. Now, let's get back into the topic.
Have you ever wondered how teams measure their success in Kanban? Kanban metrics are the secret. They're essential tools that gauge team performance, offering insights into our workflow pace. More than just performance indicators, they help identify bottlenecks, inefficiencies costing time and resources. They guide data-driven decisions to enhance processes, boost productivity, and achieve better results. They offer a transparency level that's hard to match, allowing real-time project tracking and immediate attention to issues. That's the power of Kanban metrics. So, understanding the metrics is the first step towards improving the efficiency of your Kanban team. Now that we know why we need Kanban metrics, what types are there? Let's dive in. One of the most common metrics is the lead time. This measures the total time from the moment a task enters the to-do column until its completion. It gives an idea of the overall duration of the workflow. Next, we have cycle time. This metric focuses on the active working time, from when a task moves into the in-progress column until it's done. Cycle time offers insights about the team's efficiency. Throughput is another key metric. It measures the number of tasks completed within a specific time frame, indicating the speed of the team's output. Lastly, we have work in progress, or WIP. This metric tracks the number of tasks the team is currently working on. Keeping an eye on WIP helps prevent overloading the team and maintains a smooth workflow. Each of these metrics provides a different perspective on the team's performance, helping you identify bottlenecks and areas for improvement. Remember, each metric has its unique purpose in identifying areas of improvement in your workflow. It's time to see these metrics in action. Picture a software team logging a task and its journey from development to completion. This duration is their lead time. Now envisage a manufacturing unit producing widgets, gauging their daily output. This is throughput. In both scenarios, these Kanban metrics provide crucial insights to boost efficiency, streamline the process. They're not mere numbers, they're significant tools that foster continuous evolution and improvement. With the right metrics, you can turn your team into a high-performing, efficient machine. To wrap up, let's revisit the key points about Kanban metrics. These metrics are vital for maintaining transparency and optimizing workflow. They come in various types, each serving a unique purpose. Work-in-progress limits, for instance, prevent overloading and maintain focus, while lead and cycle time metrics track project speed and efficiency. Cumulative flow diagrams visually represent work distribution over time, helping to identify bottlenecks. So remember, these metrics aren't just numbers, they're tools to enhance your team's productivity and efficiency. So armed with these metrics, you're ready to take your team's performance to the next level.
So let's talk about Agile program management metrics. And in this video in particular, we're going to focus on out-of-the-box metrics within Jira, making sure that the tools are working for you and you're not working for the tools. All this can be done on an Excel file or offline, but takes some extra work. But at scale, it's tough to do that when you have multiple teams. So the idea here is let's use what's in Jira to see what's going on within your team, to figure out if you need to adjust or dig deeper to making sure your team's successful. So the first metrics I'm going to go over is how to get to it. So if you go into your project and you take a look at the left-hand side here, you're going to see some reports. And that's just where you get all of this data at. So you can see reports. I'm going to click on this and it's going to pull up the page that has all these options of what types of metrics are out of the box. We're going to go over some of these today, not every single one of these, but just to give you an idea of which ones might be useful for your team to take a look at. And then also seeing kind of what kind of value you get out of these. So the first one is the burn up, burn down metric charts. So this is in the reports. I want to showcase this picture in particular because it has some things that you could take a look at. You can see here on this report, it's a burn down. There's also the same thing, but a burn up, and same information. It's just how you want it displayed. And it's really just burning down the team's work for the sprint or burning it up. You can see the left-hand side on the y-axis story points. So this is kind of the total number where it started with 40. You can see the red line is the actual what the team's doing. This gray line is the proposed perfect line. This is often tough to hit, especially at the beginning. Some teams never hit it. I mean, it's more of a stretch goal, but really the idea here is your team should be on this track if they want to finish on time. And so you can see here, this is one item here. There's also some other legends here. So non-working days are the gray ones, the light gray shaded bands you can see here, and then you can see remaining values and then guidelines. So this is what that guideline is for the sprint, which is that line, a dark gray line. So this is one metric that you could be used for your team to kind of see what's going on into the sprint. You can see here there is some blimps here, like what's going on here. The scope get added. Why was this added? You can talk about this in the retrospective. What's going on here? Why is this huge drop come off? What looks like everybody's getting ready for the weekend. They want to close their items out. So you can kind of take a look at what's going on there. Same thing for the burn up chart. Very similar, just the opposite way. Sprint report. So this is another item I want to take a look at. And this is kind of the same thing, but it gives more details on the user stories that go to that burn up or burn down chart. So you can see here, I'm pulling it up. And you can see it has the same thing. You can see the sprint. Looks like the team has not completed anything. Looks like this already passed the sprint. So it looks like maybe the sprint needed to be closed. There might have been some issues with starting and stopping the sprint. The dates might be incorrect as well. But you can see here, the idea I wanted to show you is that this bottom report, you come with the sprint report. And so you can see here completed issues, issues not completed. You can kind of see the details for each in some details, so you can dive a little deeper. So that's another report you can use out of the box within Jira. Velocity chart. So this is another important one I would meet with your teams and take a look at. And the idea here is there's story points on the left-hand side, and the sprints are at the bottom. And so there is no legend here, but the gray is committed and the green is completed. So you can see here that looks like they overcommitted. Looks like they're really close. Overcommitted. So just keep that in mind. That's usually the case. Teams are often optimistic of what they can do within the time frame. The idea here is that you get this closer. The committed to completed percentage is something that I track and something that Jira automatically tracks for you. So I would take a look at this. This is a good for predictability measure, right? The team says they're going to do something. How confident are you of actually completing that? So you can report it to your managers, your VPs, your directors within your team that yes, you with confidence you can complete this. So another important metric here for Agile program managers. There's also a cumulative flow diagram. So this is more used in Kanban, but the thing is that you can also use it within Scrum. And the idea here is that you can see the differences in the shaded colors. You can see here that there's done, code review, in progress, to do, and you can see that it changes throughout the project and how these bands get thicker or thinner. And you can see here maybe there's the sprint ends there, so you can see maybe it gets thin and all the items that are in progress and code review are done. There's also ways to read this as well of kind of what this actually means in cycle time and throughput. So we'll take a look at that. So